Alice was deeply, deeply, and highly gifted
Yes.
as John was. They grew together, they grew toward one another, their artistic ability became synonymous.
Yes.
They began to worship and study the same spiritual aspects of life. And unfortunately, John's life was shortened, and she continued on. And as she continued on, she was always in touch with the same kind of people who John would have with his band. And she made sure that she kept that torch burning.
Right,
And
right.
that's the one thing that I will never forget. Will always live with me.
Yeah. Reggie, those were some wonderful, wonderful memories you shared with me, and I really appreciate it. I want to take you back a couple of years ago when we had the opportunity to drive out to the Coltrane home. And, I was with you that day, and we walked into the home. And I want you to talk a little bit about that experience.
That was the Coltrane home where they lived.
On Dix Hills, Long Island.
In Long Island, yeah. Well, first of all, I was very happy to be able to visit the place because though I knew him and had been to his place in other places where he lived.
Yeah.
It was the first time I was able to go out there, and just to be able to walk into that building, which was set up like an ashram, and still have that kind of a spiritual feeling.
It really does.
In the place. When
Yes.
you walk in there, you know this is not just an apartment. This is not just a residence where people live. You can feel that there was a very important, it was a very important abode, I should say.
Yeah.
And you can feel that when you walk in there. And the experience of walking upstairs where John used to stay and practice.
Right.
Remembering the story where she said he came down after studying and developing the Love Supreme script and coming down and saying, this is the first time that I feel like I've had the music ready to do what I want to do. And then to think about those words, to think about being in that house where they raise their children, see the area and grounds where they were able to have peace of mind and live. It's just something special. It's something that I don't know whether I can, in words, express to people that this was a couple that was really, really ordained by a higher force.
Yeah.
And we are recipients of it. We are fortunate enough to have been close to that element and energy.
Yeah.
And we are able to convey some of that information to people who didn't live at that time. You can get certain things from listening to the music, but the things that we actually experience are that's something that people have to want to reach for, want to tune into, and that's why it's my calling, and I'm very happy to be able to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, and I hope that I can have other opportunities and bring forth certain memories. There are many things that happen that I can't recall every one of them that I bring as much as I can, just to make you, we, the world, let them know that these were giants who walked among us, and they gave us certain energy, certain lessons that we have to nurture, pick up, and live by in order to come to a higher place.
Right.
And thanks for allowing me to convey some of this to people who are listening.
Well, thank you so very much, Reggie. You know, I'm a member of the Friends of the John Coltrane Home Volunteers, and tonight we're going to have a sort of a Zoom conference call for John Coltrane's birthday, and I want you to say a few words to the volunteers that really do the heavy lifting and do the work around the Coltrane home, and I want you to give them some nice words of encouragement.
Is that going to be at the Coltrane house?
No, we're going to do this on a Zoom call later today.
Oh, that's right. We're in the pandemic.
That's right.
We can't do the things we like to do. Well, not too many people out here, so I'll take a chance of taking this all for a second. Just to say that, first of all, I'm happy and thankful that you are working to help us to keep the memory and the teachings and the legacy of the Coltrane's alive. And this is something that I don't think that enough can be done to make sure that this is a legacy that lasts forever. It takes a lot of money, a lot of archiving, a lot of energy, a lot of dedication from you and all of us to make this happen. And I'm hoping that you will continue to work with it as I will continue to work with it as much as I can in my teaching. Like, my main part of my teaching is to make sure that the artists who are learn about the music of John Coltrane, the life of John Coltrane. And I am thanking you for helping in that direction.
Well, Reggie, thank you so very much for your kind words. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate the time that you give me. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you. I learn so much when I'm with you.
Thank you for your energy and your work, because that's something that hasn't happened from many places either.
Well, thank you so very much, Reggie. I really appreciate your time. For me, you're a wonderful educator. You bring scholarship to the music, and just my friendship with you, I cherish so very much. And I want to say thank you very much for your time.